Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy. This is Happily Scented Life. I am a Scentsy consultant, but I do love all things home fragrance, and I do review Scentsy and vendor wax on my channel, along with other things that I enjoy with my life. Today's video is a continuation of a series that I attempted to finish in 2025 and failed miserably. I have been going back into Scentsy's past and basically looking over old catalogs, seeing what types of fragrance trends, warmer trends, decor trends, and all the past products that Scentsy has had since the beginning. So the last time I did a catalog walkthrough was back in the end of September, and we had left off at spring summer 2018. So in today's video, we'll be looking at the catalog for fall and winter of 2018. So I can't remember if I was actively buying at this point, because like I said, there was a brief period from like 2015 to like 2020-ish that I only ordered maybe once or twice a year when the catalog changed over. And sometimes I even had a party, sometimes I didn't. And the consultant I was using within that time frame, she was like a hobby consultant, so she really wasn't like into everything, or maybe she just wasn't educated on a lot of different things, but I never knew, like I knew there was a scent of the month program, but when I was ordering from her, she never let me know about those scents coming out, or like the holiday collection or harvest collection and things like that, or bring back my bar even. So there were a lot of scents that like passed me by because I wasn't readily getting that information. So yeah, I can't remember, but we'll go through the catalog and see if anything jogs my memory here. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom it in just a tad, just so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay, so obviously they, over here, if I move it like that, the first couple of pages is kind of just like the table of contents, Heidi and Orville's like mission message for Scentsy and like their values and stuff like that. We do see here that the charitable cause warmer was for the American Heart Association. I think they did this for like a couple catalogs, I think, because I remember seeing this in another catalog. Probably. I don't remember. Like I said, it's been like 3 months since I did the last one. So yeah, and then like I said, this is like the table of contents page, so nothing too, fancy schmancy over here. Okay, then over on this side, it's kind of like a dumbed down version of what Scentsy is. So they're showing you the different warmers, the different warmer finishes, the different accessories that you can have with the warmers. There's regular bulb warmers, there's element, there's mini, all of that stuff, and kind of showing you a little snapshot of how to use the wax. Put the cubes in the dish, turn the bulb on, enjoy. All right, so over here we got the new releases. So I am gonna zoom in just a couple of times just so we can see the scent notes on the screen, because I feel like we need that. Okay, so Apple Cherry Strudel came out in fall and winter of 2018. That is really interesting. So I think it finally got the axe. I think the last catalog it was available in was 2021's fall, because I don't think it came back in fall of 22. I think the last catalog it was featured in was 21 of fall and winter. So, I mean, Apple Cherry Strudel kind of stuck around for 3 seasons of fall and winter. So that's, I absolutely love Apple Cherry Strudel. There is something so unique about this bakery. You get the apple, but you also get a sweet cherry that's not medicinal. It's not almond leaning, nothing like that. And then even though there's not really like a puff pastry or a pie crust or a strudel note. The vanilla drizzle kind of gives it that vanilla bakery to make that like feeling kind of. The only problem with apple cherry strudel is that it does not perform the greatest. Now, it is strong when it's in the warmers, but it is only going to fragrance your room or your house for up to 6 hours. And then pretty much the scent just goes bye-bye, goes into witness protection program. You're like, where did apple cherry strudel go? I have no idea. She'll be back next year because it does not last long at all. And I think more people would have enjoyed it or clubbed it more if it did have longer performance time. But for me, I can kind of forgive it for not having longevity because of how scent appealing, and I just smile when it's in the warmers, and it's just such a unique scent that I have not seen Scentsy recreate it with any other types of fragrance, nor have I found it through vendor wax either. So there's that. Also, Autumn Hearth was a new release in 2018. Autumn Hearth has finally retired. They did not return it this year for fall and winter. I could have sworn Autumn Hearth was a fragrance that was older than 2018, but I guess not. It's apple, cinnamon, and tonka. Now, I used to love Autumn Hearth. I used to warm it all the time, and then I started liking cedar cider a little bit better, but then I would still warm Autumn Hearth. If I had like a 6-pack to round out, I would buy a bar and warm it in my stash. For some reason, there's like this weird funky note that I'm getting now with Autumn Hearth, and I'm not sure why. Or what it is. Is it the tonka? Is it just like an underlying note that they don't advertise? I don't know. The top of the bar smells fantastic, but then when I turn it over, it's got that weird funk, like overripe apple. Like you went to the apple orchard and all the apples that fell off the tree from people trying to pick their own apples, and they've all got trampled and they've been smashed and they kind of just been laying there in the dirt for like days and days and days. It's like that smell of an apple. Like an apple that's very, very overripe, but not like rancid yet. You know what I mean? Like it's like teetering that hill of almost going rancid. So I don't know. Maybe it's a bad bar, but the past 2 bars that I've gotten of Autumn Hearth, I've had that same reaction. So I don't know if it's just my nose has changed or did they mess with the formula? Who knows? But that's how I feel about Autumn Hearth. Blueberry pancakes, I feel like, is an underdog bakery scent. I feel like you either like it or you don't like it. You do have to like blueberry in home fragrance, I think, to enjoy blueberry pancakes. It's blueberry and butter accord with light maple. It's not really rich, decadent, gourmand bakery, but it's a nice bakery to have like in the morning, on the weekend, that type of vibe. Breakfast Blend, in my opinion, is one of Scentsy's better coffee scents. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. To me, it just smells like Maxwell House coffee, Folgers coffee. There's nothing really like complex about it. It's just a coffee scent. That's really all it is. Christmas Cactus. This used to be a fan favorite of mine. Heartbreaker for a long time. It finally came back in the November Volt promotion. I did add it to my club. I warmed my last bar of Christmas Cactus, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it around, you guys. To me, Christmas Cactus does not scream Christmas. It does not scream tree. To me, it smells like pine sap. So if you were to have a real Christmas tree and you had the job of having to pour the water in the thing underneath the tree stand, I remember doing that as a kid and getting under the tree and then touching the branches or like the bark of the tree and getting that sap on my fingers. That smell is what Christmas Cactus smells like to me. It's got agave nectar, citrus, Siberian fir. So it's more of a fresh scent than it is a holiday scent. So I feel like it does have more versatility because you could warm it year round, because it does lean more green and fresh than it does just strictly holiday. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep it for now. I'm not gonna make any rash decisions. But it is a very, very lovely bar and extremely unique to other tree scents that Scentsy's done. Cozy Cardigan is still in the catalog, still kicking around. I think people either really like Cozy Cardigan or they really liked Cashmere and Corduroy. So Cozy Cardigan is soft suede, blushing rose, and amber silk. So it's just a light bedroom cozy type of fragrance. Farmhouse Fur. I don't know if this is the one I like or if there is a different one I like. The one that has blackberry in it is the one that I liked, and I can never find it. But Farmhouse Fur, I do remember getting, but I like evergreen and grapefruit better, so I think that's why I don't order Farmhouse Fur. It's fir needle, cedarwood, and pink grapefruit. It's been a long time since I've had it, so I really can't remember like performance and what it smells like, but I know like Elizabeth from Elizabeth Scenes and Scents here on YouTube, she really likes Farmhouse Fur. But Grandma's Orchard, I do remember. If you like apple and pear combos from Scentsy, especially fall leaning ones, then you're gonna like Grandma's Orchard. It's applewood and it's Anjou pear. Now the applewood, it's not really woody, so you don't get ember, you don't get char. It's just a woodsy apple, but then the Anjou pear kind of brightens up the fragrance and gives it a little bit more sweetness to the fruity like side of the bar. Lavender Cotton. Oh, my poor baby. I loved Lavender Cotton when it was in the catalog. They expanded it and it was in laundry, which I absolutely love. Still to this day, one, if not my favorite laundry fragrance of all time through Scentsy. It's purple lavender, soft cotton, and daisy blossom. You have to like Scentsy's cotton. If you don't like Scentsy's cotton, then I would stay away from it. This can be a powerhouse. Now, I have found a dupe, you guys. I have found a dupe from Walmart from Better Homes and Garden. It's called Wild Lavender and Linen. It is an available fragrance now. You could probably check your local Walmart and it'll probably be there. It performs the same, smells the same. But I find with the Walmart racks, I don't have to use as many cubes. So, and I typically only warm lavender cotton in my bathroom or my bedroom. So this is really good that I found a dupe because I only have 3 bars of lavender cotton. That's all I have because I didn't go crazy during like the last summer clearance thing. I kind of, reined it in and I only got 3 instead of like my normal 6 to 12 packs. But I can stretch out my lavender cotton wax now. So I'm super happy to have found a dupe for now until lavender cotton does come back. Palo Santo. This bar is polarizing. This bar is probably in the top 10 of worst Scentsy scents ever made. It is disgusting. This is not vendor Palo. This is not even the Palo and Santo cinnamon that Scentsy came out with. No, this is horrible. If you like charred wood or if you like the scent of something on fire, then by all means get Palo Santo. Like it literally just smells like a hippie set himself on fire because it has such a uber strong charred wood, charred bark smell that it overtakes everything else. So if it had really nice Palo Santo or the teak that they're saying in the scent description, because they say it's Palo Santo wood, charred cedar bark, and teak. Anything that's good about teak oil is ruined with the rest of the oil that's in this fragrance. I would not recommend it, but I know the minute it's in clearance or the minute that it's up for Bring Back My Bar, I bet you bottom dollar that people will vote for it because they're just curious. They're curious as to, is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? Yes, it is that bad. I'm here to tell you it is. Don't do it. Perfect Peppermint is a current fragrance now, so it's still been chugging along. It just smells like pure peppermint. To me, it's more of a medicinal peppermint than it is like a candy cane. So I tend to not like perfect peppermint, but I know like my mom absolutely loves perfect peppermint. So there's that. Porch pumpkin. This one's been retired for a while. Porch pumpkin is fresh picked pumpkin, acorn, and autumn air. They really don't do a lot with acorn. They've done like toasted acorn and oak. And I think like porch pumpkin has acorn. I think there's another scent that had acorn in it too. I wish they would do more with like acorn and oak and chestnuts and stuff like that, because I feel like that's a scent category in the wood section that really isn't like heavily used by Scentsy. I don't remember it being the greatest pumpkin scent, but it's more of like an atmospheric pumpkin, if you want to call it that. Red cedar and sage. Now, red cedar and sage, I did give it some hate. It came back and bring back my bar a couple years ago, and I gave it hate. I said it was so strong, it was too overpowering, smelled too medicinal. No, didn't like it. And then I think I had like a partial bar left over, and it was just in my, stash. And I think it was 1 month I was trying to get rid of partial, so I just pulled it out and I rewarmed it. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? And it was red cedar and sage. And I was like, oh man. And of course I didn't club it. So this is why I say, before you make hasty decisions, warm a thing a couple of times. Like, don't blow the whole bar in one warming shot. Like, try to break it up so you have more than one warming session, because your nose changes, scents can smell better in different climates or worse in different climates. So yeah. But if red cedar and sage would come back, I would totally, I don't know if I would club it, but I definitely would pick up like a 6-pack, because I feel for me, I would only warm red cedar and sage in the winter time. I wouldn't warm it any other time of year. Snow Place Like Home. This one did come back in November for that huge Volt promotion. I did not club it this time, even though it is a good winter atmospheric scent. I just like best in snow, and snow over it better. So Snow Place Like Home is cool mint and fresh air. It is more heavy on the fresh air notes than it is the cool mint notes, even though you can get both. I feel like it's just more atmospheric and like cool air than it is like minty. And then finally we have Winter Berry Apple Tea, one of my fall favorites. I have to club this at the end of every fall and winter catalog, because literally this is another apple scent that just has not been recreated. Like, there's nothing like Winterberry Apple Tea. It's winter tea, cranberry, apple, and honey. It is just perfection. I can warm this all fall, all winter long. I love it in all the things. I had it in, I think it was in it was in cleaning. It was in cleaning for like one of the harvest collections, because I remember there was dish soap. It was also in body at one point, I'm pretty sure, for like a limited time offer. And no, it wasn't in laundry, but it was in cleaning and body. So, and I've had it in pods, Scent Circle. The bar performs great. Now you'll also see for 2018, if I zoom out here, look how many new releases we had. We had 4, 8, 12, 15. We had 15 new releases in the fall and winter. That is insane. Insane. Okay. So here we can see that they have broken it down to fall and winter as a scent category, and then strictly holiday. So we'll go ahead and check out the fall and winter. So a lot of these are probably in the catalog currently, and I'll let you know. Apple and cinnamon sticks, we can get this. I did like apple and cinnamon sticks last year. I did get another bar to rewarm this year, and I still like it, but I don't think it's club worthy. Like, I wouldn't kick out Hemingway or Spiced Ember Glow for apple and cinnamon sticks, but it is a good spicy apple cinnamon scent. Autumn Sunset is just apples, pumpkin spice. It smells like a potpourri. It smells like a 90s potpourri, like a fall potpourri that you would find. It is a strong performer. I feel like there's just it's similar to Welcome Home, but it just has a fall edge to it, where Welcome Home is just straight up cinnamon. Cedar cider is no longer in the catalog, but it is one of my favorite apple scents. It's apple, cinnamon sticks, vanilla bean, and white cedar. Love that one. Cider Mill's in the catalog currently. I guess it's a basic cider scent. I really never went goo goo gaga over it, but I know it's a fan favorite. So there's that one. And then we have Cinnamon Bear, which is available. It just smells like red hot cinnamon, like candy, like fireballs. That's what it smells like to me. Cranberry Garland. Ugh. I wish we could get Cranberry Garland back. It's cranberry, sage, and pine cones. It's a very lovely early transition bar to like from fall to winter. Farm stand pumpkin, apple, cinnamon sticks, pumpkin, and caramel. A very light performer. I really didn't like farm stand pumpkin at all. Honey pear cider is another fan favorite. I personally don't love it. I'll warm it if I have a bar, but it's not a favorite of mine. It's juicy pear, honey, and spices, but it is the pear that I do like. So it is the nice pear that Scentsy has. It's not the bad pear. Oops. Love and Happiness. This is a favorite of mine. It's chestnut, vanilla, and sugarcane. It's got that like perfumey, dusty, like underlying note that you also find like in Midnight Masquerade and Dashing and Starburst Sky. So kind of think of it that way, but it's just more heavily chestnut and vanilla based. Painted Leaves literally smells like October morning walking outside. You get the blue spruce, you get the red maple, you get golden woods. There's even like an atmospheric cool air type of note to it. Love it. It's in my club. Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl and Pumpkin Roll are both in our catalog. I prefer Pumpkin Roll over Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl. Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl is pumpkin, cinnamon stick, and icing. And then Pumpkin Roll is pumpkin pie, yellow cake, pecans, butter, and spice. So I would have to say Pumpkin Roll is more bakery leaning and Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl is more spice leaning. But to me, they're not strong performers where I would warm them by themselves. I always mix. So if I have Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl, I'm always mixing it with a bakery. Same thing with Pumpkin Roll. I'm mixing it with like brownie batter, to kind of do like a pumpkin chocolate chip thing. Scarlet Woods, I've never cared for Scarlet Woods, but I know a lot of people like it. I know Metallica Mom really likes Scarlet Woods. It's Cassius, red berry, and white cedar. I was never a fan of it. Sweet Cream Spice. Now this one is a good bakery if your nose picks up the good notes, because I have had people get Sweet Cream Spice and they get that funky sour cream, frothy milk, like weird funk vibe. But other people don't. And I'm one of the people that doesn't, even though I tend to pick up that weird note when it comes to like milk scents. So I don't know. I think it's just, it depends on your nose, really. And then Very Snowy Spruce, which is in the catalog. It's a bestseller. One of Scentsy's, most notable tree scents. Balsam, spruce, cedar branches, and pine cones. Okay. Then we're going to go over to Holiday. All right, Holiday. We've got Caramel Vanilla Delight. Too light, in my opinion. It comes back regularly for Bring Back My Bar, but I don't care for it because it's just too light. It's vanilla ice cream, caramel, and white rum. I feel like Toasted Caramel Sugar and Vanilla Waves is much better of a performer for a vanilla ice cream caramel type of bar that Caramel Vanilla Delight doesn't even hold a candle to them. Christmas Cottage, quintessential. It just smells like Christmas. It's Valencia oranges, raspberries, cloves, and spices. It's old school Christmas. I've got several bricks of it. Clove and cinnamon. It's just simply that, clove and cinnamon. I don't warm it by itself. I use it more as a mixer or an enhancer for other cinnamon scents. Cozy Fireside came back this year for holiday bricks. To me, it's dated. It's very dated. It's very dated to like 80s and 90s types of Christmas potpourri scents. But it has spice, ginger, and cinnamon. Dazzling Pomegranate, I do not like. It's because of the pomegranate and the orange combination. If you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, or if you're new, I hate when Scentsy does a orange citrus note and mixes it with a dark berry fruit. For some reason, that combination, their oils, whatever it is, it immediately smells like fermented fruit for me, and I can't stand it. It's happened to me numerous times. Blackberry orange marmalade, huckleberry clementine, hibiscus sunset. I could go on. What's the other one from the St. Patrick's Day collection? Follow the Rainbow. They've all done that for me. I think there was even one in, was it the Blackberry Raspberry Scentsprations collection? The Sangria one? Did that one do that to my nose? I can't remember. But anyway, it's done it more times than I can count. And I remember I never liked Dazzling Pomegranate. But I feel like if you like the pomegranate and you don't get that weird funk note like I do, then you might like it. Eskimo Kiss. This is now called Polar Bear Hug. So in 2018, it was still called Eskimo Kiss. Blackberry jam, brown sugar, vanilla, and amber. I never got the true reason why they changed the name. I was told from an old SSD superstar director from Scentsy that it was because they were trying to be more woke and more just politically correct, and they wanted to get the word Eskimo out of the name of the scent, so they switched it to Polar Bear Hug. I can't find any documentation like in the workstation. I don't even think it goes that far back to back that up. I just remember that it came from my superstar director when I was a consultant. Or was I? No, I wasn't a consultant at that point. It was from my friend who was a consultant, because I asked her, because I was like, well, that's the same scent description as Eskimo Kiss. She's like, oh, no, they changed the name. I was like, well, why? And then that's the reason she said she was given. So I don't know if that's true or not. So, but it's now called Polar Bear Hug. Gingerbread donut. I don't like gingerbread donut. My mom's got a random bar in her stash. It's got like 5 cubes or something like that in it. You definitely get a donut. But to me, the ginger is that weird dusty ginger, that stale, like it's been in the spice cabinet for like 7 years and you probably should throw it out. You know, you go to your grandma's house and she's got like garlic powder from like 2004, thinking that it's still good. Like it's, like it just smells stale. I don't know. Holly Berry Cinnamon. I really like Holly Berry Cinnamon. This is one of the few scents that has juniper in it that I actually like, and I think it's because of the clove. The clove in here, I think, is what turns me on to the bar. I won't club it, but I always grab a couple. And I feel like Holly Berry Cinnamon and Homestead Holiday are kind of cousins to each other. Homestead Holiday, to me, smells like Christmas at an Amish general store. It's blood orange, cinnamon, and fir needle. One of my favorites. It's so hard for me to let go of it in my club. Like, I don't know if I'll ever remove it from club. Trust me, it's been on the chopping block a couple of times. Hug in a Mug. Chocolate, hazelnut, and cookie dough. I've never really liked Hug in a Mug. And I like chocolate and wax. But Hug in a Mug is really not my thing. Iced Pine is good. It's fir, pine, and icy peppermint. But I feel like it's more fir and pine than it is the peppermint. Like, you get the icy peppermint, but it's like 30% icy peppermint, and then the rest of it's the tree. Silver Bells. I love Silver Bells, but this year, I just don't know. I wasn't in the mood for it. Mint candy canes, winter pear, caramel, and vanilla sugar. I'm probably gonna still club it at the end of the catalog season, because maybe my, you know, thought will change next year, and maybe I'll want Silver Bells, and then if I don't have it, then I'll be mad. I don't know. It's such a classic scent, though. It's very it's a bedroom, like, body care Christmas scent. Snowberry. I don't like Snowberry because of the strawberry and the cinnamon. I don't like that combination. Same with, like, Tinselberry. I liked it, like, the first time I warmed it, and then no. So Snowberry's Loganberry, strawberry, peppermint, and cinnamon. Vanilla Mint. This is one I wish would come back, because I would love to revisit it. I remember having it in Scentsy Fresh. No, not Scentsy Fresh. It's in Counter Clean. It's in Counter Clean currently. And I would love to revisit it in wax, because I don't think I ever bought it as a wax bar. It's wintergreen, frost, vanilla, and frozen citrus. I think I would absolutely like it because I don't mind it as a counter clean. And then Very Merry Cranberry, which came back in November. Winter berries and cedar. Okay. Then over here on this side of the page, we got the classics. So a lot of these, you know, we know them because they're in the catalog. They're, you know, ones that we readily see all year round. All of those things. So I'm just going to go over them rapid fire because most of them we are aware of. Amazon Rain, I really like this one. It's a good fresh scent. It's got melon, orange zest, coconut milk, and jasmine. Baked apple pie is the crappiest baked apple pie scent in all of home fragrance. They just need to get rid of it and then like reimagine it. Like I've already said in another video, I would love for them to reimagine the baked apple pie. Add cardamom to it or do a twist and add like a Danish or a strudel or a cinnamon bun note. I think they just need to take some of these classic bakeries that they've had forever and like twist it. Black raspberry vanilla. It's just straight up black raspberry vanilla. Blueberry cheesecake, I have come around to that. So I used to hate it, absolutely hate it. And now I've come around to it. My friend Ashley here, she follows a lot of you guys on YouTube, but she's very active in the Scentsy and the wax community. And she turned me on to blueberry cheesecake by mixing it with vanilla bean buttercream and very sweet. And I was able to enjoy it. And then I did some mixing on my own, and I mixed blueberry cheesecake with gingerbread pecan waffles, which is in our current catalog, along with the blueberry cheesecake. And that mix is freaking fantastic. 10 out of 10. Would recommend it every day, all day. So I'm doing a lot more mixing with the blueberry cheesecake and having it on a more regular rotation. By the Sea is just a nice aquatic beachy bathroom scent. Cinnamon vanilla is very straightforward. Clean Breeze and Clothesline. So Clean Breeze smells more like bathroom products, where Clothesline is straight up laundry. Clothesline is dupe for Downy, in my opinion. I think Clean Breeze is more of like, okay, I don't know if anybody's really, it smells more like Tide to me. Clean Breeze does, and then Downy is Clothesline. Coconut Lemongrass, my favorite of all time, top one of Scentsy. Love Coconut Lemongrass. French Lavender is just pure herbal lavender. Very good mixer. Good on its own if you like floral. Just Breathe is Vicks Vapor Rub. That's exactly what that smells like. Luna is body care. If you liked Victoria's Secret style perfumes, you would like Luna. It's jasmine, sweet pea, berries, and sandalwood. Ocean is water lilies and ocean, but it does have like a murky aquatic note to it. Perfectly pomegranate. I don't like perfectly pomegranate. I do like sea salt and avocado. It is very nice for a green fresh scent. Pink sea salt, orange, and avocado. Sweet Sunkissed citrus. They keep playing around with this scent. I don't know what they're gonna plan on doing with it. If they're finally gonna give it the axe, or if they're just gonna seasonally retire it. But it's all the citrus things: orange, lemons, limes, grapefruit. Sweet pea and vanilla smells exactly like sweet pea and vanilla from the 90s. Vanilla bean buttercream is the most decadent frosting scent ever. And then Welcome Home, like I said, is just a basic cinnamon spice scent. And then my favorite, my heartbreak, White Tea and Cactus. It says it's a clean, crisp, refreshing floral mixed with grain tones, but honestly, there is no description for White Tea and Cactus. You just have to get it and warm it, and that's it. That's all I can say. All right, now we're on to when they had Darling and Dashing. So Darling and Dashing was basically the masculine, feminine section of the catalog. So some of these seem very weird to have in here. Aloe water and cucumber. That's a fresh scent. Blue Grotto. That's a citrus scent. Bonfire Beach. That's woodsy. Go-Go Mango. That's total fruit. I never liked Go-Go Mango. Some people are worried about Bonfire Beach that it might be retiring, that they're not going to bring it back in March, but I don't know. I think they'd be dumb not to. Honeymoon Hideaway, beautiful concept. The scent on cold is beautiful. It sucks as a performer. You cannot. I have warmed 2 bars in one room and still could not smell anything. And I've tried Honeymoon Hideaway in all of the things, like Scent Circle, pods, wax bar, all of it. In the winter, in the fall, it don't matter. In the summer, it doesn't matter. It doesn't perform. Lemon Verbena, love lemon verbena. Lucky in Love smells like Victoria's Secret's Love Spell. That's actually in the catalog currently. Mandarin Grapefruit Amber. I don't remember ever having that scent. My Dear Watson is a medium masculine fresh scent. It's got bergamot and mint and cedar and suede. It smells very upscale, but it is on the medium side when it comes to strength and performance level. But it is still a good masculine scent. Mystery Man is just generic body wash to me. Pineapple Coconut Vanilla smells like fig, but it's a light fig. Pink Haze is berries, nectarine, and marshmallow. If you like sugar, you'll like Pink Haze. Satin Sheets, the best just basic sandalwood vanilla scent. Shimmer, I prefer shimmer over sugar. Cherries, apricots, white musk, and spun sugar. And then sugar is just lemon drops and cotton candy. So, all right, then for Corner Cafe, this is the bakery section, which you see bakery kind of mixed in with all the other categories, but this is just straight up all year bakery. Apple butter frosting, which is on everybody's comeback list. Cozy Chai, Dunkin' Donuts chai latte. Mocha Doodle, I could give or take Mocha Doodle. I wouldn't be mad if it left the catalog, let's just say. Sugar Cookie, still happy that we can get this in Scentsy Club through Brick, but I wish we could have it back in catalog. And Toffee Butter Crunch is a good toffee crunch scent. It's not rich and decadent, but it's really good. It's salted caramel, toffee, and vanilla bean. And then we still had kid fragrances. So we had Berry Fairy Tale, Bubblegum Blast, Candy Crave, Jammy Time, Oodles of Orange. So a lot of those have come back and like bring back my bar. All right, so here's some of the warmers. We'll go over some of the newer ones. So I have this warmer in my kitchen. It's an Element warmer. I do not use it with the lid. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, Element warmers that have lids like this, where it's only pinhole dots on top to release the fragrance out, are the crappiest performing warmers, in my opinion. So when I buy them, if I buy them, a lot of the older ones I have, I don't use the lid. Don't use the lid at all. I just throw it away. Either throw it away or just leave it off to the side. Let's see. This is a 40 watt and it's called Friends and Family. And this one was new, called Farmhouse Family. I have the Prairie Pritcher. I have that one. And I also have the Chasing Fireflies mini warmer. And I have the big warmer of this Live Simply. And my mom has the coffee grinder one. I do know that. Okay. Then over here on this side, newer, I think this in 2018, these stars on everyone's garages were like super popular. So you got the Burlap Star mini warmer and the Rustic Garden, which is like a watering can. This is also an Element warmer with a horse silhouette. Then some of these are just warmers that they've had in the catalog for a while. Not anymore, but prior to 2018. This is a new one that looks like a tin can. I don't know why someone would want that, but okay. This is like a mason jar, and it's frosted, grateful, thankful, and blessed. My mom has this one. This is actually a really decent Element warmer. It's only 3.5 inches tall, so it's very small, but it performs. It melts wax pretty dang quick, throws it really good, gets hot. So I would recommend that if you see that one on eBay or anything and you just need like a backup warmer, that would be a good one to have, because there's no light either, because it's an Element warmer, so it's not going to give off any ambiance or light, so you could put it in your bedroom even. All right, these ones over here, let me just see if I can get over more. Love your journey, believe in yourself, dream big, crazy hot mess, happy camper, believe in your dreams. This house runs on coffee, believe, and love swept. So, and I think this is when they were like categorizing them. Yeah. So this whole page was say it out loud. Warmers that have everyday mantras, on them. This side was country. So this is heirloom. Ugh. This is like my section. Look at that. Look at that. Elegance. Oh, it's like a champagne color. Oh my goodness. It is so pretty. And this one's pretty too, but this would have huge bulb glare. It would probably have the same amount of bulb glare that the Amber Glow Warmer had, and I have that one. I finally have fluted gray. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, it's so pretty. One of my subscribers gifted it to me. I am still, every day I look at it, I'm like so thankful to her for getting it for me, because honestly, that has been one of the warmers I've been looking for ages. And I have found them, but I'm just so iffy on buying them, because you never know how the seller is going to package the warmer. You know what I mean? Because I've seen it happen to my mom numerous times, that she's ordered like warmers off of eBay, off of Poshmark, off of Mercari, and they've come in busted. Now, a couple of times it was just the lid that got busted, which was fine, because like we found a lid that worked with it, and things like that. But other times it was like the whole warmer got busted. And I remember there was one lady that shipped the warmer, I shit you not, in Christmas wrapping paper, you guys. There was no bubble. There was no protection on the warmer. Not even in an actual mailing envelope of any kind. It literally was just wrapped with Christmas paper, and she just slapped a white blank shipping label and then wrote out the address. Thing came in so busted. Half the Christmas wrapping paper was like ripped, and you can tell the post office like tried to like tape it back together, because there was like all these other pieces of tape. Ugh, oh my God. It was so bad. It was so bad, and I felt so bad. So that's why I've always been iffy about ordering, because you never know from like the person if they're actually going to package it right. But I'm so thankful that, when I got the package in the mail for the fluted gray warmer, it was double and triple wrapped with, the bubble wrap, and it was just, you could tell she put a lot into making sure that it came to me all in one piece. So very, very grateful and blessed that happened. But yes, I love my fluted gray. It's such a good performing warmer. Seize the Day. We've seen a couple of these coastal warmers before. Pinhole Pinsley. What am I doing? Starflower. Alabaster. Etched Copper Element Warmer. Tea Rose, which that is a really good ceramic all white mini warmer. Gets hot. Totally would recommend that one. Passport, Midnight in Paris, Around the World. Okay. Then these ones I think are like what, the rustic, Everything Nice. Oh, these are the trendy ones. So I have this one, this country canister. Again, I don't use the top. And it did come with chalk to write on the front. I lost that chalk years ago. But here's a sugar one. And then over here we've got Rustic Sunflower, which my mom has, which is not a bad performing warmer at all. Cream Glass, Cranberry Glass, Spindle, Vino, Daisy Lantern, Amber Fluted Shade. I've heard a lot of people talk about this one. It does look gorgeous. It looks very, very high end. Country Light, and then Adelaide. And then this one is Outside In. So this is kind of like the log cabin. So we got Antlered Lodge, Open Plains, which has come back quite a few times. Amber Leaves. My mom has this one. Morning Sunrise. I have this one in my bathroom. Yukon King, Wildlife Mini and Full, Seastone, Hoot Mini and Full, Tilia Mini and Full. I have the full, even though it's a 20-watt warmer. This one gets super hot. I have this in, well, I had it in my bedroom, but I've now swapped that out with the Moroccan Mint, and I moved this warmer to my upstairs bathroom for now, because I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. And then this one's a Black Forest. Oh, whoops. I forgot to go to the other side. And this one's Modern Cozy. So Crystal Ice, we've seen this pattern quite a few times. Midnight Copper, Geo. We've got Nova and Stargaze, which I know a lot of people have those. Polar, Mid-Century, Indigo Tile Mini, Blue Watercolor Mini, Rainforest Fir, Little Garden, which I have that one. Not the best element warmer. And then Southern Hospitality. Okay. Then we had the baseball collection. So this was still a active contract that we had. And it was all helmet, all element, enclosed shaped. Oh, look, they have a whole pet warmer section. Look at that little French bulldog. So cute. And here's some of the pet warmers that we had. Then over here we got Disney. So I think this is when they got their contract with Disney. I think, because it says new from Scentsy, the Disney collection. So I think 2018, fall, winter 2018 is when they got the contract for Disney. So they started off with Mickey and Minnie Scentsy Buddies, and also the scent Your Pal Mickey and Loving Kisses Minnie. Loving Kisses Minnie is fine for fruity lovers. Your Pal Mickey, I really never got great performance off of that one. It's green apple, orange blossom, and fresh spring air. I don't know. But this princess collection, I liked all of them but Belle and Mulan. So I do like Ariel Under the Sea. It does kind of remind me of Aloe Water and Cucumber, so I don't always club it or get it when it's available when Ariel comes back. Belle smells too much like rose, so that's why I don't like it, but if you like rose, you probably will. Cinderella Happily Ever After is probably my favorite princess scent that Scentsy's made. And then Mulan is plum, white tea, and redwood. And then over here, and they had them in scent circles. And then over here we had Winnie the Pooh, so they had sidekicks at that time. So there was Winnie, Piglet, Tigger, and Eeyore, and then you had the 100 Acre Wood scent. We also had Finding Nemo, which was Keep Swimming with 2 buddy clips. And then you could also add them to Club. Bundle and Save was still available for the Disney and stuff like that. Okay, then over here, this is the Scentsy Go, which they have retired this one. And then or is it this one that they retired? They retired one of them, but the higher one had LED lights, 2 fan modes, and it could last 18 hours on the battery, where the non-LED one, the solid, could only last up to 10 hours on the battery, 1 fan mode, and it was just white. It didn't light up. And then they had wraps that you could put on it. And then they had these options for pods. So they had Amazon Rain, Apple and Cinnamon Sticks, Baked Apple Pie, Black Raspberry Vanilla, Blue Grotto, Christmas Cottage, Clean Breeze, Clothesline, Coconut Lemongrass, Eskimo Kiss, aka Polar Bear Hug, Go-Go Mango, Honeymoon Hideaway, Jammy Time, Just Breathe, Lucky in Love, Luna, Mystery Man, Pink Haze, Pumpkin Rolls, Sweet Salt and Avocado, Shimmer, Sugar, Sunkissed Citrus, Vanilla Bean Buttercream, Very Snarry Spruce, and Welcome Home. So those were the pod options for you. They were still $10 there. And then this is just, and then these are the wraps for the Solid Go. So there's that page. Let's move out a little bit. And then here's the diffusers. So this is the oil diffusers. Here were the different shades that you could get. So this is the newer one. Then here's some of the older shades. And then some of the scents. So you had Fig violet sounds pretty good. But we had like apple, orange, raspberry, awesome apple, cherry berry, chamomile, cinnamon, cherry, vanilla sounds good. Cocoa espresso mint. Why can't they make these in scent, in waxes? Coconut sugar, creamy vanilla, and Bing cherry. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. So they had ones that were like pure essential oil, and then there was other ones that were just natural, or mood makers and stuff like that. So I'm not really into the whole oil diffusing thing, so I don't know much about it. I probably should, being a Scentsy consultant, but I don't. Here's the body section. So we had bath bombs. I still see people peddling bath bombs off of eBay and Facebook and stuff. Body wash, body lotion, hand soap, fragrance roller, body souffle, hand cream, and body cream. So a lot of different body products. And then here we are with the cleaning. And cleaning got a new bathroom cleaner. So they didn't have bathroom cleaner until 2018, it looks like. But they had the kitchen soap, which was a dish soap. Fresh used to be in the cleaning. And then counter clean and bathroom cleaner. So, all right, then we got the laundry. So we have laundry liquid, Scentsy Soft, which, can we all just petition for them to bring back the Scentsy Soft? I'm just going to take a little soapbox moment here. So, I mean, I like the fact that they're expanding the laundry line. It seems like their laundry is very popular among their customer base. But do we really need dryer disc and dryer sheets? Do we really need laundry liquid in the pump and also the sud sheets? Do we need the washer whiffs? Well, now we don't have them in both sizes, but we just have them in the one, and then we have the Scentsy brush. So I feel like we have two duplicate products, and I get it. Some people might want to be more, environmental, conscious and get the sud sheets versus the liquid. But my thing is, you are trying to market and advertise a complete laundry system, right? That's why we have the bundles where you get everything. Fabric softener is part of a complete laundry system. Like, I'm sorry, the dryer disc and the dryer sheets do not reduce the static. They don't. They don't reduce the static, and they don't get the stuff soft like a softener does. I'm sorry. They don't. They don't. So you need to bring back the liquid fabric softener. It drives me mad as like a person who used to work in corporate and did advertising. And I still do advertising. I advertise myself as an adult ed professional. Like, I have to put myself out there and market myself of the services that I can provide people in the community, whether that's them trying to get into the workforce or get their high school diploma or go into college and all this other stuff. So it's like, if you're advertising a complete system and want customers to order the whole system, because, right, it means more money in your pocket, why would you not offer everything? I don't get it. So Scentsy Soft needs to come back. Anytime that they have it in flash sales, Black Friday sales, clearance, it sells out immediately, okay? It's just like the dish soap. Why have a cleaning line without dish soap? I can tell you, 9 times out of 10, I am doing dishes more than once a day. I maybe wipe my counters down maybe once a day. But I'm definitely going to be doing dishes way more than I'm using the counter clean. They need to bring back Scentsy Soft, and they need to bring back the dish soap. And then don't even get me started with not having the fragrance available in all of the products in that line. It is maddening when I'm closing at a party and I want to order Johnny Appleseed in the all-purpose concentrate because I want to save my dollars and get a bottle of all-purpose concentrate and be able to water that down, dilute it to make 6 bottles of counter clean versus having to buy 6 separate bottles of counter clean. But you can't do that because Johnny Appleseed, it's available in bathroom cleaner, it's available in counter clean, it's available in Scentsy swipes, but it's not available in all-purpose concentrate. Why? Make that make sense. They used to have it. Why would you get rid of it if you're going to keep it for the other things? Doesn't make sense. And then on the flip side, why is Jammy Time not offered as a Scentsy Fresh. That's another thing that drives me wild, because it's available in everything else. You can get it in laundry liquid, you can get it in the stupid dryer sheets, the dryer disc, the washer whiffs, but you can't get it in Scentsy Fresh. Why? Same thing with Mystery Man. I think Mystery Man's only available like in body wash or something like that in the body care line. It's just something that just drives me mad, and I'll get off my soapbox about it now, but it infuriates me to the point where I can literally go off on it for a good 5 minutes, which is what I just did. Okay. I will stop talking now. All right, so then here's the buddies. And then buddy clips. And then the scent packs. So, still have a little bit of a kid section here. And then they, they had blanket buddies. And then they had the sidekicks. And then they did have the kid body wash. So, Candy Crave, Jammy Time, and Oodles of Orange. And then, of course, these pages just kind of go over how to host a party, how you get free rewards. Back then, you only had to hit $200 to hit the first tier. Then this is how to join, stuff like that. And then this is host rewards, joining Scentsy, more hashtag Scentsy Life, Instagram posts. And then there's the compensation plan with the $99 start kit. And then this is where they're introducing Scentsy Club. So I do think, yeah, this is when they had it. And I think this is when was this after they made the initial changes? I don't know. They made a couple different changes with Scentsy Club as it was going on. But before, you could only put laundry or oils in Scentsy Club. And then they expanded it. So let's see here. Fragrance on your schedule. Let's get real. Running out of black raspberry vanilla is nothing short of a catastrophe. No. Running out of, I don't know, Persian lime and sandalwood would be a catastrophe. But never fear. Scentsy Club lets you schedule shipments of your favorite Scentsy consumables, aka the stuff that runs out right to your door so you can get it before disaster strikes. So free shipping. What? Are you kidding me? They had free shipping on orders of $60 or more. And only $5 shipping on orders of $30 or more. That is literally a slap in the face to all of us right now. Why would you start off with free shipping and then get rid of it? I think every Scentsy clubber that has a club that's $30 or higher should be getting free shipping, because we're showing loyalty to you. We're showing you that we don't care that it's on a subscription status, that we are going to utilize it. They need to bring this back. I'm sorry. That is a perk that I want to see return for 2026. And I hope to God they do it, because that is ridiculous. Free shipping. Do you know how much people utilize Club if they could get the free shipping? Oh my gosh. Now it includes so many options. Scentsy bars, Scentsy circles, Scentsy oils, even light bulbs. You can customize it every month, 2 months, or 3 months, so that's still the same. Then it still has the always get my bar feature. And then more perks. Add a Scentsy brick to subscriptions over $30 for just $24. And then also enjoy loads of other benefits exclusive. So, yeah, that's actually something I would love to see come back, is free shipping on club orders. And then here's the on-the-go fragrance. So car bars, scent circle, scent pack, room spray, travel time. And then obviously the fragrance grid that lets you know all the scents and everything that they're available in. And then this backside shows the bundle and saves that we were also fans of. Got rid of it. So mad. I think the one I'm most mad about is the 3-pack counter clean. I think that's the one I am the most peeved about, because I think it was the one I utilized the most with my half off rewards. Because if you think about it, the 3-pack counter clean, it was like $30, right? And then if I used it as a half off reward, I was only paying $15 for 3. So it was very easy to stock up and get quite a stock of counter clean, bathroom cleaner, Scentsy Fresh, doing that 3-pack as one half off item instead of having to use three half off items now to get 3 bottles of counter clean. So yeah, I think that's the one I'm the most upset about. And then this is just that insert that always came in the catalog that kind of gives you the whole snapshot of all the warmers, the minis, the full size, the elements, the accessories, everything that they showed in the catalog. And that's it. That's the last page, guys. So let me know, what did you like in this catalog? I think I liked the fact that there were, I don't know. It was a very rounded catalog. I think there was a lot of good scents in this one. There was a lot of good warmers to choose from. Lots of different good cleaning and fragrance and stuff like that. But I think the biggest takeaway for me for 2018 is that you had free shipping with the Scentsy Club. Like, what? Oh my gosh, if only we had that now. Jeez. Anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch this entire video. I know it's a large one, but I do like making these catalog walkthrough videos with you, and I'll be back next week to go over the next one, which will be spring and summer 2019. So hopefully by like the end of February and going into March, I'll be done. We'll be caught up finally, because I'm hoping that in February, I'm hoping that I can get them all done in January, so that in February, when we get the new catalog for spring summer of 2026, we'll be right current. And then I can move on to the next series, because the next one that I want to do, looking back, is all of the scent of the months. I think I started that, maybe did a couple of years, and then fell off the bandwagon. So I want to start that one back up, but then I really want to get back into the old Bring Back My Bars, because let me tell you, there was rules changed from voting to what was offered and all kinds of things that I want to discuss on the channel. So anyway, thanks for always liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate all love and support. And if you are new, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on my next video. And we'll talk again next time. Bye, guys.